Hey guys. So, we already kind of walked through our virtual Bitmoji classroom during class today, but we only kind of focused on a couple really important things. So, I wanted to talk to you about other things that you can find in the virtual classroom. So, first of all, just like in a regular classroom, and when we go back to school, we'll have some whiteboards. And on the whiteboards, I'll be posting announcements and letting you know about things that are going to be happening. So, just like for that, here I have a whiteboard. Now, this whiteboard says that you're supposed to be watching this video right now. By the way, if the video is still really small and in that little TV on the side on top of the bookshelf, there are some buttons that you can click to make the video bigger so that you can actually see what I'm talking about. There's a button that will make the video full screen, and then there's also another button that will let you watch this video on YouTube. Okay, so go ahead and click one of those buttons if you haven't already done so. Every so often, I'll be changing the announcement to something new. Like maybe I'll tell you when our first test is, or maybe I'll remind you of when your homework is due, or something like that. So you want to make sure that you're checking in periodically to the virtual classroom to see if there are any new announcements. You also want to check into the virtual classroom actually daily so that you can get a hold of our live class sessions. So until we are able to be back in person, we're going to have to do our classes online. Starting on Thursday, I'm going to have a new link each day to our online class. And the place where I will be updating that link is in this virtual classroom. To find the new links, you're going to come to this bookshelf, and there's the white box with the green speech bubble and the video camera. That's the icon for our Google Meet sessions. So I'm going to make sure every day to update that with the newest link to our live sessions. And that's where you're going to go to meet with our class each day. Okay, so it's really important starting on Thursday that you come here to get to our Google Meet class session. The other thing that we talked about during class today was this orange question mark. The orange question mark is how you're going to start asking me questions when I start assigning you homework. So, starting on Wednesday, we're going to have a nightly homework assignment out of our textbook. If you're doing your nightly homework assignment out of your textbook and you're struggling, maybe you could do everything but the third problem, then you're going to click on the orange question mark, and it's going to send you to a Google form where you can ask me for help on that problem. When you're on this Google form, don't forget to pick which homework you're doing. I'm doing Wednesday night's homework, and I need help with question number 3. Okay, and so that's how you're going to ask for homework help. You're allowed to submit more than one question per homework. And if you don't have any questions on the homework, you don't have to fill out this form at all. But it will always be here in our virtual classroom for any time that you have homework questions. Speaking of homework, once we start having actual lessons and homework problems and stuff, I'm going to post a homework calendar in this virtual classroom. The homework calendar is going to be found through this calendar link right here. So right underneath the whiteboard, there's a calendar. And if you click on it, it's going to send you to our homework calendar. Right now it says coming soon because we haven't actually started our unit yet. But as soon as we start our unit, I'm going to get a homework calendar up here. Part of the homework calendar will also tell you what days we have quizzes and what day the test is. So it's really important that you look up this homework calendar, and even gives you the option to download or print it if you want to have a paper copy so that you can always look at it. Coming back into our classroom, a couple other of the links that we have here. We have a link right here to our textbook. It looks exactly the same as the textbook that you hopefully picked up. We will eventually be looking at the virtual textbook. It has a couple extra really cool things in it that we're going to be using in class. So I'll let you know when you need to start logging into your virtual textbook. If you don't have access to a calculator at home, I have a great scientific calculator link right here. This is a very user-friendly calculator, and so it's be really helpful for you to use that calculator if you don't have your own calculator at home. The next link over here is a link to the YouTube playlist. All of the videos that I make for this class, including this one, can be found on the YouTube playlist. So you can click on this icon to watch any videos if you need to look up an old video or something, or you forgot how to do something, that's where you're going to be able to find the videos. This red one is our syllabus. We started talking about the syllabus on the first day, but we really started on the second page. So you can look through the first page on your own, or we will talk about it eventually during one of our live sessions. And then when you get to the second page, that's the one we already talked about. But if you need to see it again, here it is. So that's how you can access the syllabus. And then finally, this last one is a link to some printable graph paper. We're going to get to graphing eventually, and so I figured I'd just put it up there right now. Now, there might be some other links hiding on here, so go ahead and feel free to explore our virtual classroom. And in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and sign off and say I'll see you tomorrow.